Hello, beautiful people. I decided to make a quick video before the gym, and the topic of today is going to be quitting nicotine, specifically quitting vaping. So, I had been vaping since I was 12 years old, and I quit when I was 19. I'm still currently 19. So, that is 5 years of consistent vaping without a break, without a tea break, without anything. I tried to quit during those years, but I had made mistakes. And so I'm here to tell you that you can quit. And I want you to avoid the mistakes that I made. Okay? So, first things first. If you do not want to quit, you aren't going to. Okay? And for me, this was in the beginning of it because I had discipline in every other area of my life. But obviously, with something that you're addicted to, it's a lot harder to have discipline in this area. The people who don't vape will never understand, okay? They just never will. They never will. And I had to also come to terms with that part. But you have to have so much discipline in your life to be able to quit, first of all. But second of all, you have to have reasons of why you want to quit. So my reasons this time was financial. Not that I didn't have the money or anything. It's just I would have rather spent like a good amount of money on groceries where I was eating really good versus spending a lot of money on nicotine and only eating like a few good things here and there, right? I like to have steak, okay? I like salmon, I like steak, I like chicken. So I really had to set my priorities straight. Another reason was my health. I take my health very seriously. I'm always an advocate for health and wellness. I've been for so long. And one day I sat down when I was I always am self improving, but I sat down with my journal and I was like, what are ways I can improve myself? And I started with, what are things that are bringing me down? And vaping was pretty much the very clear thing on my journal that I was doing. So that really drove me to quit, okay? Yeah, I had a lot of times in my life when I was trying to quit. And for me, it was a lot of, it was a social thing as well as a comfort thing. And so those are the reasons why I didn't want to quit a lot. And again, you're addicted to it. But yeah, so for me, social comfort, and I was very, very much addicted to it. So those are the reasons why I didn't want to quit before. But coming into this year, for me, the social part wasn't a problem. It just wasn't an issue anymore. And I'll explain why later. The comfort part, I comfort myself now. I don't need nothing, no one to comfort me. And the addictive part, I just got over. I want you to find the reason of why you vape. This will help a lot, okay? A lot of people have different reasons. If it's just social, if the reason you vape is just social and you are very truly wanting to quit, then you don't have to cut people off who are social or who are vapors, but maybe just genuinely finding people who aren't as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like trying to be like so negative here. Be like, cut everybody out of your life. That's a me thing, but it doesn't have to be a you thing. Yeah, so again, if you don't want to do it, you are not going to quit. You have to have serious drive and know the reasons why you quit and know the reasons why you want to quit. Okay? Second thing, hold yourself accountable. You are the only person in this life, especially as you grow up, who's going to be like, look, girl, look, guy, look, man, get your shit together. You are not a baby. You are not a baby anymore. Okay? You just aren't. You're an adult. Even if you're a teenager, okay? You have you. You're the only person, 1-on-1 on the timer. You are the only person who has you. So get your life together because nobody, and I mean nobody's gonna do it for you. Okay? So how I held myself accountable was telling somebody I don't want to let down that I'm quitting. So for me, that was my mother. I came home one day from reading week and I was like, look, Ma, she knows I quit. I mean, she knows I was vaping, but I was like, look, Ma, I really need to quit, okay? And so she sat down with me. She let me complain to her. She did all this stuff. And by me telling her that I was quitting, I didn't want to just go out the next day and get a vape, you know? So that really held me accountable with somebody that I do not want to let down. And I wanted to make her proud too. She's seen me throughout this lifetime, and she also knows, like, she knows who I am. She knows I'm very motivated, very disciplined. And so that one thing that was driving me insane, for her to see me get that out of my way, must have been beautiful, because it was a beautiful experience for me as well. Another thing is accountability partner, okay? With anything, if you see somebody do something that you think that you are incapable of doing, it lights something. Let's fire up your ass, okay? You get so inspired. And that happened to me. So my younger sister had quit vaping like 2 months before me. And in the beginning of it, I obviously didn't tell this to her face, but I was like, she's not quitting shit. You know what I mean? Because I had tried so many times and it just never worked. And I'm like, no, she's not quitting shit. I obviously, to her face, was like, very like, let's go, you got this, don't fucking hit it. I wouldn't let her hit any of my stuff. I was like, no, you know? But I just didn't believe that it was possible. So seeing her do something that I thought was impossible after the full month, I was so inspired to do it the same. Because I was like, if my younger sister can quit, because I'm usually the one who inspires her and who, like, motivates her, I was so happy that I had somebody in my life who also motivates me. And so I was like, if she can quit, I can too. You know? That type of thing. If you can do it, I can do it. That type of thing. So it really does help to have somebody in your life who you see has done it. And if you don't have anybody in your life like that, hello. Don't know if you heard me, but I've been vaping for 5 years non-stop, and I quit. You can too. It doesn't matter if you've been vaping for 10 years, smoking cigarettes before that. It doesn't matter, okay? You can do it. You can do it. I want you to tell yourself that you can do it. Another thing is that we live in a cancel culture world, cancel culture society, okay? So when I had told my friends, because I live with 5 other girls, and 2 of those girls are my friends, and they vape. And so I came home after that week of not vaping, and I went to her room, and I was like, look, with the vape in her hands, I was like, look, I'm quitting vaping. She stuffed it away right away. Props to her, but she stuffed it away. And I was like, no, take it out. I was like, hit it. Please, hit it. Hit it in front of me. Because I know that the society we live in, everybody's going to be vaping. If I shy away from it, that's just going to be so much more extreme, you know? Like, you always crave and want the things and desire the things that you don't allow yourself to have. See if you're going on a diet and you're like, no chocolate diet. Every time you see chocolate, every time you see someone eating chocolate, the resentment is going to build because you're like, I just want the chocolate, okay? So I knew this. I studied psychology, okay? So I knew how my brain works in that sense. I also just know myself. And so I was like, look, I want you to hit it. I do not want you to hide it from me. Hit it every time that you would like. And this really helped me because eventually, when I would go out with them and I would drink, everybody who vapes knows, oh shit, if you go party, that's when it comes. Everybody around me is vaping and drinking and smoking, and I had an urge to obviously vape because everyone's doing it, but I had so much self-respect and self-discipline because of what I implemented with my friends before that I did not do it, that I didn't hit a vape, okay? So that's another way I held myself accountable. I'm like, look, I want you to do it, okay? I can't shy away from the world. I can't control everybody. If I'm walk down the street and see someone hit their vape, I don't want to get triggered by that, okay? So I did not allow that, and I let everybody openly do what they want to do. I don't want you to walk on eggshells around me. No. So that really helped me a lot. That's something I recommend. And if you've watched other quitting videos, you know that a lot of people will say distract yourself. And I'm here to tell you why. So on my journey of quitting nicotine, I had so many moments where I was quitting and I was just laying in bed. For me, quitting really made me feel exhausted. I was tired, okay? So I actually was laying in this bed right before, like the week before I quit, I was laying in this bed trying to quit as well. And I was bawling my eyes out, let me tell you. I was very, very low mental health in that area. I was confused, I was jittering, I was shaking. Like, it's crazy if you don't vape to see somebody like that. If I had seen somebody like that, because of a vape. I would have been like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? So to be in that area, to be that low, I was like, holy, like the fact that this has such a big hold on me. And if you quit, you will notice as well that it really does have a hold on you. So you must distract yourself, because if you're just sitting there and wallowing, you're going to really feel the urge to do it. And you can do things like go to the gym, go for a walk, sing a song, write a damn book. You know, like, do something to distract yourself. That's healthy. I won't say don't scroll for hours. That's brain rot, okay? Do something that's genuinely healthy and going to help you. Because you don't want to just go from one addiction to the next, okay? Like, when I quit vaping, I went to caffeine. I went to coffee, okay? Right after. I'm off all that now, okay? So don't just go from one addiction to the next. Go from one addiction to a better thing. Because when you had something in your life for so much, just like a relationship. Say you're in a long-term relationship and all of a sudden you guys break up. Now you have a hole in yourself. You have a hole in your life and you have to fill that hole. A lot of people will fill that hole with drugs, alcohol, partying, like good and balanced, but like you don't want to just like fully submerge into it. For me, I fully submerged into caffeine, and so that was a mistake. But again, we're off that now. So do a new hobby. Find something new to fill your time with instead of vaping. Another tip that helped me so much is find the time where you feel like you need it the most. So for me, I did it right in the morning. I did it every second of the day. But during meals was a big one. When I was driving was another big one. In between classes was a big one. So finding those key points where you feel like you need to hit it and knowing they're coming, and love yourself a little more in that moment. Because it's going to be hard. Distract yourself. Get like a little sweet treat or something. Love yourself a little more in those moments. Another thing is seeing somebody do something, like I mentioned before, helps a lot with quitting. Helps a lot, okay? So if you need to watch videos every day about how I quit vaping, okay? Do that. Do that. If you don't know anyone personally who has quit vaping, then find people who have. Go on YouTube, go on Instagram, go on TikTok, look at story times, look at tips. I'm sure thousands of people have story times of how, and tips, and amazing tips of how they quit vaping. Okay, for me, I was lucky enough to have it personally and have someone that I love and trust do it in front of me. But if you don't have that, go to YouTube. There are so many other resources available to you. Last thing, but not least, the government wants you to vape. I said it. If you think about the marketing company, just marketing in general. When you have a product, you select a group. I forget what it's called exactly. It's not coming to my brain. I also did business, but it's not coming to my head. Something like that. You select a group of people that you want to advertise to. So this could be old people, young people, middle class, There's so many ways you can do this. And if you look at the way that vapes were advertised in the beginning, the colors, the flavors, that is so very clearly advertised to young children and teenagers. So if you keep that in your brain, that the government wants you to vape, it's obviously not good. It's obviously not good. And you don't want to fall into that trap, okay? It will be hard. Trust me, it will be hard. Okay, especially if you're in high school and you have all your friends who vape and go in the bathrooms and vape. It's going to be difficult. Just know that it will be difficult, but if you have this self-discipline, eventually it gets so easy, baby. Let me tell you, I am now 97 days in vape free, and I don't get urges at all. I see people vape, I don't care. I smell it, I hear it, I don't care. Okay? There's nothing, and I can confidently tell you from the bottom of my heart, there's nothing in this world that makes me want to vape anymore. Because I have found that I've elevated so much right after I quit, okay? My lung capacity's better, like, my skin's better, my appetite's better. There's no lows, there's no cons up to quitting vaping, except in the beginning when you go through withdrawals. So that's that. All of that being said, I'm going to take you back to the first point. If you do not want to do it, you're not going to. So just like manifestation, write out why you want it. Why do you want to quit vaping? Truly. What is truly inspiring you to want to do it? And every time that you feel like you want to hit it, which will happen, I promise you, especially in the beginning, it will happen. Look at the reasons why you want to quit. Okay? That will help so much. I'm here along this journey, and I know you're going to do so good with it. Okay? Believe in yourself. Know it. Tell yourself, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. That was another thing that got me through it. So that affirmation, I can do hard things. So just know that you got it. You got you. Okay? You got you more than anybody got you. I love the fact that you have watched this video all the way through. And I know that you got this. And I hope that you know you got this too. I know I like reiterating that so many times, but it's because I truly believe in you. I truly do. So, get it. Get it. You got this. Okay, you got this. I'm so proud of you. This next step of your journey is going to be incredible. Don't let anybody hold you down. We don't allow that over here. Okay? Have fun with it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, any other videos you'd like me to make of surrounding this topic or any other topic, let me know please in the comments. I probably will have my email in my description. Mwah. Bye, lovies. Book.